now, my people, it's your dark skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, today, you go understand. Don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe, all of the good stuff. Whether it's your first time on the channel or you've been here before, just drop a little like, man. Whether you're watching now or whether you're watching on the replay, man. But guy, welcome, my people.
Big up, man. Big up, man. Thanks for having me on.
What's
Man like Tunnel
good?
TV, aka
Yes.
Kunle. You get me?
Yes.
Big
yes,
up
man.
IB. Is that IB, yeah? Nice to meet you, my broski.
It's Ibrahim. I don't know what this IB thing that he's doing. Is this a
like
new? He usually has little Arsenal quotes when he comes on this show, but today he's on just the IB thing. Well done. You're making progress in your life.
So it's too early for them.
I'm unable to hear you guys, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
oh, man. Yeah, you missed all of that, yeah? Yeah, sure, man. All right. Wait, so transfer window is finally closed, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. For me personally, yeah, I don't like the transfer window. I hate it because of my club. We get linked to everyone, and we take ages of everyone. And no matter what, so one player could have a good preseason game, they're linked with Arsenal. Whether it's the World Cup, one player has a good game, he's linked with Arsenal. It's so many links, and my fan base, as you've seen over the years, is that we're triggered by everything. We believe every single link, every story, good, bad, realistic, unrealistic. They just go with it and they give it a topic of conversation. So I'm glad to hear the end of it.
Ibrahim, is it just Arsenal, or do you agree with that?
I think for me, I feel it the most because it's my club.
No, I think
I don't feel we're the worst.
I think Arsenal have that history.
Yeah, when it comes to the transfer window, Ash, come on, that's us. We take that. We're first place in that one. I'd be second in the league, but first place in that one. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the nitty gritty because there's only one place to start, and I think we kind of know who won the window. Although I was speaking to a Chelsea fan yesterday, and he was saying some other things, but that's for another time. Yeah, so Liverpool for me, I think they won the window, but I think as we were talking about backstage, Ash, it gives us a little small minuscule bit of hope. The fact that they couldn't get Guehi over the line. Do you think they're going to really suffer for that this season? Let's start with that.
I don't really know the extent of the knock from Konate, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I think Guehi, obviously, he agreed. He all made a leaving video. Sorry.
He scored his last goal, did that. Yeah, they were the screamer as well. Yeah. All of that.
But I'll be real, you know what I'm saying? Top bins come like a striker, curl and everything. But yeah, man, listen, he thought he was making his way out, and it kind of makes you think good guys kind of finish last, innit? You know what I'm saying? The other man, they were just whipping up their hair, spitting their dummies out, cussing out, writing statements. Man, they were cussing the what's it called, agents. Oh, they being advised, right? Good little Guehi, you get me? Big up church squad, bomb squad, I get it. Man's just doing up humble. He said, "Yo, let me just do things the right way. Respect my club, respect my chairman, you know, Croydon, South Croydon, Fulton Heath
I hear it. Bang.
Then man just said, "Bro, you know what? Let me just do it the proper way." And look what happened. I said,
Okay, so wait, do you think he's wrong for doing it the right way though?
Brian, listen, sometimes when you want to kind of get what you want to get, bro, sometimes you just have to rip up the rule book. You know what I'm saying? You have to rip up the rule book. You have to just kind of be aggy and push yourself first. Because in this life, nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro. You have to put yourself out there, man. And so look, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. A lot of fans will be happy the way he did it. But Liverpool fans, they're thinking, "Raw, brother, come on, man, you should have just forced your way through and pushed through and really." Because look, I'm a Spurs fan, as you can see, and I was pissed that Gibbs White didn't do more of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he could have been at my club. So I don't know.
Like, you know, that's such an interesting angle that you've given here. For me, I hate all this going on strike and all this rubbish from your club, bro. I like players that keep, look. there's players that got sold doing it both ways. Eze didn't leave kicking and screaming, and he still left.
No, he dunked on us, didn't it? That's how he did it.
Dunked on you. Look, I'm like, at the end of the day, as a fan, when you get the player, you don't care how you got the player because he's a quality player. But I don't agree with the whole sitting it out, putting up a. That's you got a contract at the end of the day. You play to the contract. You're like, I don't think players should be talking about. Even my player did it. Gyökeres did it as well. I think it's fucking bullshit.
I was about to say, bro. I swear, Bang Young's done that before as well. Back in the day, no?
They gave me a gentleman's agreement. In 2025, you're still listening to gentleman's agreements, bro. That's stupid. I was watching this thing the other day. Your agent is a scumbag. Let's keep it a bug. Fuck. Your agent has allowed the club to get away with giving you a word of mouth contract. Your agent has allowed that. It's your agent's fault. I don't necessarily blame the player. Your goal is to protect my interest. If someone says something word of mouth, you get that for me in writing, so we don't have this situation. Because Ash, how many times have we been here? Every summer, there's one or two players talking about verbal agreements and shit.
Harry Kane,
like, when are they going to learn?
Example. Harry Kane's a prime example. You know what I'm saying? He was talking to his brother. Yeah, Ross. He sort out the contract. Man City come knocking, and then Levy's like, "Gotcha, bitch. You ain't going nowhere." Listen, I was happy when he did that. I'll be real.
Question: why did Liverpool wait so late though to submit that request?
Like, can I talk? Like everybody has something.
Welcome to the show, KB. Liverpool fans late because you guys won the game. Well done. 3 out of 3.
Let's get into it. You guys have been chatting a lot of, anyways.
Why is he always so angry, bro?
No. You I spent a lot of asking rubbish questions like what Ibrahim just did. Anyways, this is what happened. Gavey should keep being professional. I hear he's angry, he wants to give up the armband, blah, blah, blah. He needs to keep being professional. He needs to keep being professional because it makes no sense. Glasner, at the last moment, did exactly what Isak and them have been doing, threatening to leave. That's exactly what he did.
But he has don't you think he has the right to, from what they told him?
What do you mean?
They say Gahey won't be allowed to leave unless you get 2 centre backs as a replacement.
It's written down on paper.
Well, he used his card, didn't it?
Same gentleman's agreement to 2025. Was it written down on paper?
No, but they acknowledged it though. That's what I'm saying. They acknowledged the gentleman's agreement. Crystal Palace, obviously, your guy didn't go. Crystal Palace obviously acknowledged the gentleman's agreement that they gave my guy.
I never heard anything from.
Look, he played his card. I'm the best manager that you guys have ever had.
If this
guy leaves, if you guys go against. No, but wait, I'm not saying I'm agreeing with what he did, bro.
Use manager power.
Yeah, for sure. Am I saying I agree with it?
Why are you upset at player power?
Bro, I'm not saying I agree with what he did. I'm just saying he did it. I never said I agreed with it. Did I? Did I once say I agree with it? No, I didn't once say that. No, I didn't. You put words in my mouth, bro.
No, but you said you dislike when players do what they do, right? Trying to make a move, right?
Yeah.
The question is why? If they sign a contract and the repercussions in that contract when you do certain things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So as per the contract, do what you need to do as the club. Why are you upset?
So what did the club need to do there?
To who? To Isak.
Forget. I'm talking. Well, who are we talking about? We're crossing over many situations here.
Talking about power in general.
Yeah, we're talking about but you were specifically referring to we were talking about the Palace situation just now, right?
Yeah. And I'm telling you, have the same energy for the manager. You threatening the club the same way the player threatened the club to leave.
No, but for sure, man. The fact that the manager didn't get it in writing, he shouldn't have a leg to stand on. But unfortunately, in that scenario, he happened to be the guy that brought the club the most success in their life, and he played his card. Is it right? No, but he played his card. Like what? You're going to lose your best manager ever.
Besides, you think if Isak was going to training and playing those Newcastle games, scoring goals, do you think they would have let him leave?
Of course they would. The fee is the fee, bro. The fee is the fee. The fee is the fee. Pay the money.
Listen,
you know what being.
listen.
Look, okay, look. First of all, we didn't come here to
on.
talk about the fee and how it happened. We came here to talk about who had the bet of the transfer window. And I started the show saying, I believe you guys have had the best of the transfer window. I'll give my reasons. That's fine. I'll give my reasons and you guys can follow up. I'll give my for the sheer fact, yeah, that's what I really want to say. But for the sheer fact that you won the league with the squad, minus obviously RIP Diogo Jota, Diaz, and what's the name? Darwin, right? Everyone else.
So they talk to you about strike first, right?
Trent, come on, you got to talk about.
Of course, no. That's brother. Don't interrupt me. I'm just making sure I'm right about the players that have left. Is that right? Nunez, Diaz. Okay. So as a result, in retaliation to that, you signed the one of the top 3 attackers in the league. And which order you guys decide? You signed the best player in Germany. You signed one of the best right backs in the world. What else?
Best right back.
One of the best. Huh?
Best right backs in the world according to who? When has Springbok ever been considered one of the best?
He said one of the best. He said the best.
I said I didn't say the best. I said one of the best. I never said
nobody ever. I've never heard Springbok considered as one of the best right backs.
I think Springbok should be top 5 though.
Hey, Ibrahim. KB is not on social media, so you can easily miss these things. I'm not.
Okay, can another Liverpool fan say something?
No, let me land. I'm trying to finish first. You didn't even let me finish yet. You also signed one of the rising up and coming European strikers in world football in Ekitike. You signed a Premier League the best left back in the Premier League, voted by his peers last season, Kirkes. So. But the only one is the up and coming player you signed is the guy from Serie A. I'm not too sure about his game. Apparently he's decent, but I'm not going to overtalk him. But the fact that you've been able to replace that strike force with players that you guys are encouraged by, meaning you guys abused Diaz last season, you were abusing Nunez this season, and these are different quality levels of players. So I believe you've covered every position. We don't know too much about the defender you signed, which is fine. But I believe the attacking options you've added to your team are better than the attacking options you had last season. And we have that's fine. And you have the foundation of champions already. That's why I think you have the best window.
Yeah, we have less bodies though. We signed less than we lost.
Oh! Huh?
Okay, look. Okay, Kule, stop this. Okay, Kule.
No.
Did you take quantity or quality? Did you take quantity or quality?
No, let me finish. No, I'm not going to allow you to talk me. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. I'm saying this because if you look at how Liverpool won the season last season, it was all about our substitutes. Those were the guys that kept getting us out of trouble week in, week out. We had a strike force of 5 top players who could come in and do a job. If you notice, all the stuff we did in last season was mainly in the second half. Why is that? Because the sub always came on and made a difference. We always had Nunez or Jota off the bench, or Gakpo, or sometimes Diaz. We always had them off the bench. Now we literally have one guy off the bench. That is the difference. That is the difference.
No.
Answer.
Okay.
Boy, your mathematics is not massive.
Okay.
My mathematics is not massive.
Yes, Ibrahim, I agree with you. For the first time, I agree with you. Now, to say that we've not had the best transfer window is, I think you are taking the piss, KB. This has been probably.
Is that what I said? Is that what I said?
Well, okay. If that's not what you said, this has been
isn't necessarily better than last season. That's
hold
what I
on.
said.
He said who has had the best transfer window. That's what. Kule, am I right?
I think it's Arsenal, man.
Not wrong.
But continue.
Okay,
You're
right. So
on,
I'm saying
we're gonna get into the Arsenal the comment in a little.
Right. So Liverpool's had the best we've ever had. The best.
Why do you think so, Fela? Please educate us. Educate us
why. And I'll tell you why. All right. First things first, you're talking about the substitutes. The substitutes helped us last season. So what do you think has happened this season? It's the same thing. So nothing has changed, you know.
Yes,
The
sir.
subs coming in and scoring the winners. Hold on. So nothing has changed. Rio coming on, nothing has changed.
Wow.
Listen, we got rid of Nunes, right? We lost Jota. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. We got rid of Nunes. Now, Kunle, we just signed
And Diaz.
Hold on. Yes, and we lost Diaz.
You don't even like Diaz, but anyway, carry on.
We just signed the best striker that we can get. We cannot sign Mbappe. We cannot sign Haaland. So who's the next best thing out there? It's Isak. We just signed the best striker. This one is not the one that is saying, "Oh, are we going to test him? See how he goes?" No. This is hit the
He's
ground.
tested and trusted. Nothing like.
Do you understand? This is hit the ground running. You know, we already know what this guy is going to deliver. As regards to the left-hand side of losing Diaz, we've just signed Ekitike. He has actually done very well. And let's
This is a guy that scored 2 goals against you, I think, on his debut.
Understand one thing. Where Ekitike was playing for in Frankfurt, he was coming in from the left-hand side. We now have Gakpo and Ekitike. Ekitike now cannot replace Isak. It would have been disastrous if we didn't sign another striker. Because why would
Let me ask you a question. Ekitike or Diaz, who do you think would have been better for us?
Ekitike or Diaz? Well,
yes.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
No, what do you think? Who would you rather have?
Okay, who would you rather have, Diaz or Isak? It's the same thing we're talking about here now. Come on.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
same thing.
Like
who would you rather have, Diaz or I mean, Darwin or Isak? Who would you rather have? KB.
Guaranteed.
Okay, so let's leave that conversation aside. We've had a fantastic window.
Ash, before we get this scouts on scouts crime too crazy up in here, like whose side are you on? Are you on Follars? Are you with KB? Where are you at?
I'm with the gentleman next to me, man. I have to be honest with you because, like, I do hear what you're saying in terms of like the bench. I get it. Like, he has Cameron on, and he was a false 9 at times, so he was really important for Liverpool last season. But I think Ekitike started very well, in my opinion, and at a club like Liverpool, I think he's someone that can improve and help to kind of fill that void. But then you've got Isak. I think he's the game changer. He displaces all those attackers, all those other attackers that KB was mentioning. Like, respectfully, like Diaz is a good player, and you know, I don't really rate Darwin Núñez, me personally.
Neither does he.
Oh, so
I don't think Darwin even rates himself.
Sorry, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, my point of view that I didn't rate Darwin Núñez because I just think those easy chances that you guys were creating for him, not just last season, but the season that you signed him. And I even saw that when he was at his previous club at Benfica, even in the Champions League against Liverpool. He's a person that needs about 3 or 4 chances to put his chance away. But Isak is a killer. He's a killer. He's a killer. Understand? He's a killer. Baby. And then wait. Hold on. Let me land the vehicle. Yeah, hold on. It's not just what he does in the box; it's what he does outside the box. He's dribbling, his take-ons, but he doesn't take on just to take on sake. He's not like a forward like that just wants to run channels for channel's sake. He's a man that will lean or he will bang a shot at the end of it. You see what I'm trying to say? He dribbles
very
with purpose.
intentional.
He dribbles to be aesthetical, pretty. He's doing it to get out of a tight situation. So that for me is a level raiser in terms of technical base in your front line. Because I saw Salah against Arsenal, first touch, doink, get me, doink, every time, doink. I said, oh my days, what is going on? And Salah,
I will not talk about
his back. You know what I'm saying? Salah last season, no, I'll be real. Last season, Salah, it was Salah FC. You get it? Now the reliance is no longer on Salah. Do you understand? So
one game. Chill out.
I'm just saying.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
No, but you know, hey, Ash, you know, you see these Liverpool fans, they get so sensitive when you talk about Mo Salah.
Let's calm down.
He didn't. Hold on, follow, and KB. Just in case you missed it, he didn't once diss Salah. What he said is, you don't. If there's a game that Salah is not not kicking, you don't have to rely on just him anymore.
That's
Not
what
saying
I'm saying.
you're
That's
not
what
saying
I'm saying.
that
Right
there
then.
is how Salah's
Right
going to
then.
now
that
on.
way.
He's
No,
just saying
rely on Salah
no.
you don't have to rely
He
on
didn't
him
put it that
anymore.
way. He didn't put it that way.
And
But
He
that's
didn't
what
put
he
it that
was
way.
saying now. That's
Nah,
not
he
what
didn't put it
I
that
said
way.
last
It
season
was
you were
just
saying
it was saying,
Sounded like
you
that.
know when
last
you're trying to
season,
have a little dink
last
at someone,
seasoning,
they were saying, "Oh, Salah dink." No, Salah had some mad touches. We watched the game together. Nigerian Englishman.
What
How
I'm
many
saying
times were you
is-
saying
He
how
didn't
great
have an
Salah
English
was? How
Listen,
great? You were saying this several times that Salah's touches were fantastic. What are you talking about? Come on.
but I'm talking about that
Oh,
game,
let's
bro. You don't
not
have
get
to
The game is
rely.
90 minutes, not two
Okay,
touches.
forget
man.
I
Let's
said
not-
the
let's not
touch.
get it
I
twisted. Let's not get it
apologize
twisted.
for his sloppy touches
The
against Arsenal.
slander against Salah will not be tolerated. His numbers
Yeah?
don't lie. His
I'm not
performances
going-
don't
Okay,
lie.
look,
That's
sorry.
it.
Ibrahim,
I
that's
apologize.
quickly because all
We
you
as
talked
Liverpool
about
fans,
this-
we can argue,
Hold
we
on,
can
hold on.
argue amongst ourselves, but don't
all over your head.
interrupt us
Your
like
head's
that.
hot.
Don't.
Bro, take a
Yeah,
breather.
On.
yeah. No.
Drink some water.
We are not going to
Okay, hold on.
tolerate that.
Hold
Absolutely
on.
not.
Order.
Absolutely not.
Count to 10.
Order. Quickly.
Trust me.
Ibrahim, so we can move past this Liverpool situation. Where do you believe Liverpool have had the best window, or they've just had a great window?
Look, I think Tunde is. I said Tunde. Kunle is speaking like a sport football brat. You guys have spent ridiculous money you never spent before. Look at the kind of guys you brought in. They're telling me you didn't have a great
400 M, you know.
You're not going to downplay. You're not going to downplay it, man. Come on, you're not going to downplay it. Don't be ridiculous. Isak
But we
is
lost players.
no problem, but you
team.
replace them. But you replace them adequately. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
Yes.
If you ask me, you have an even better attack this season. You have an even better attack if you ask me.
Disagree.
I promise you that. Bro, Isak is miles ahead of Darwin. Salah is still there doing what he does best.
Can't believe it, bro.
I agree.
You mentioned the last season. You said
Just so the viewers are clear.
Listen, let me finish.
Just
Last
hold
season,
on.
Listen.
Liverpool won the league because of substitutes. Who was the main guy who was coming off the bench for you guys? Gakpo was that guy. He's still there right now. He's still starting games for you guys now. You still have this guy.
Hey, look. This is one thing.
It's not just that. Hold on a second. Can I just say something?
Quickly.
It's not just even what we've spent. It's also what we've actually, sold as well.
You're champions as well.
The net spend that we have is actually better than Arsenal. Do you understand? So if you look at everything, no. If we're looking at everything in total, that's why I said we've had the best transfer window ever in our history. And we should be proud.
I agree.
KB.
Okay, quickly. Okay, we need to
let's
move
not say
past
that
this
again.
Liverpool thing. It's quite long. I think everyone's singing the same tune except KB. But I'll just let you understand something about KB. He plays the victim all season, so he can cheer if they do go on. That's his thing. So he done it last year. You see it every year. You see it every year. Then he said, "Oh, you do know who you are. You know who you are. Why didn't you say that at the start of the season, you pussy?" But that's how he does. Anyway, moving on to the next team. It's called being a victim, and we don't buy it. Anyway, moving on. There's a team that everyone is forgetting about, but after this weekend's performance is I don't know, maybe they were right to, because I would say they started the transfer window the best. Man City started off the transfer window the best. Some people thought they were starting because they were meant to do a lot at the end. Some people said that was it, and it was it. After they done the early Club World Cup transfers, I don't think they did anything else after that. What do you guys think of City's window? Because I don't think anyone believes they won the window, but what do you guys think of City's window?
Can I talk?
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean they didn't even plug the holes they were supposed to. They didn't get it right back, which is actually insane to me. They're still playing Nunes and what's that kid's name who just cut his afro? Rico Lewis.
Yeah. That's it.
That is criminal. Actually, that is actually criminal.
No, but you know what's even more criminal? Actually, no, that's the fact that in 2025, Man City's main right winger is Oscar Bob. Not doubting his ability, but let's let that sink in. That's their main right winger. Anyway, carry on, KB. Sorry.
Look, I think they're in transition right now. Man City are in transition right now. I
don't think so.
We're talking about their transfer window. What they needed to do, they didn't do, did they?
Well, we bought 8 players. Arsenal bought 8 players What do you mean transition? How many players did they buy?
Including January. Like
don't forget, they spend money in January. You know, they spend money in January as well. Don't forget that.
They did spend in January.
And I don't think City. I don't think Man City were really far off like that. Come and start rebuilding. They're not rebuilding. They're supposed to just plug specific holes. You know, just make it like, you know, plug and play. You're not rebuilding like Manchester United is trying to do, right? So I think they got it wrong, if you ask me, because that Brighton game, after those substitutions that this guy did, Man City didn't have any shot on target. You know, the business sat back.
I just feel Pep. I feel personally Pep plays with. He needs superstars. You know,
they have 8 or 10 injuries. You know, they have 8 or 10 injuries. You can't like them.
I really do believe so.
Okay. Look. What we're not doing is writing them off. We're just trying to evaluate the business they do. I'm not gonna lie to you. In terms of I wasn't moved when they got Ait-Nouri. I knew that left side would be exposed with Ait-Nouri. I think he's a very good attacking left back, but when it comes to defending, he's not really that good. City fans told me, we keep the ball anyway, so it doesn't matter how good our foot. Okay, that's why Pep. I think what was the treble season, the one where he had the fullbacks, that left back and right back. Was that the treble season, or was it that was the year after? I'm not sure, but Pep obviously identified that as an issue, that he needed to have more solid fullbacks. I think maybe the following season he was struggling having a balance between the solid defensive fullbacks and the attacking fullbacks. He was struggling with that balance. And I think he's done too many un-Pep-like things. I don't think Shirky is a real Pep player, if we're being honest. Like, he's nice, he's decent, but he's not a Pep player. Donnarumma's not a Pep player for me. So, like, he's not good with his feet. Although, like, PSG were the best team in the world last year, that Donnarumma's not a Pep goalkeeper. So I think they spent a lot of money, but did they plug the right holes? I don't know. Like, Ash, where are you at with that?
Yeah, I think like the best City team, when they had like 4 centre backs. Do you know what I'm saying? They had like a lot of defensive solidity off the ball, and they had enough legs as well in the midfield when you have players like Rodri, who wasn't injured at the time, was able to be get up and down and control games. Do you know what I mean? But since then, I feel like the league has changed and they figured out Pep's system. Do you know what I mean? And what he's trying to do by hiring his new coach is be a lot more almost like what Klopp was with. Remember when Klopp had that kind of aggressive rock and roll football and he had that high line, etc. So I think he was trying to do that. The players that he brought in, I don't think they plugged the holes that he needed to, as you said. I think they needed a little bit more solidity in the midfield. Do you know what I'm saying?
They need like a star, perhaps someone that does what he does.
Yeah, a lot more legs in the midfield. I feel like the
exactly him, but you get what I mean.
Physicality in that midfield, because they're getting run through too easily. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like my man said as well, fullback situation, that for me is an issue, because when they invert their right back into the midfield, that side obviously gets opened up. That's a potential weakness. And then obviously their fullbacks aren't physical enough. They're not strong enough to cope with teams that are bombing down that side. So yeah, there's so many issues with City, but at the same time, Marmoush is a quality player. I just don't think he's a winger. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's more of a forward.
I hear what you mean.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to shoehorn and make it work by having Marmoush and Haaland in that kind of position. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
The right wing, you're right with the Cherki situation. Cherki obviously played at right wing at Lyon, but he's a 10. Like, let's face it. Do you know what I'm saying? So him coming in, and then obviously, I don't know what they're doing with my man Savinho, because Savinho was meant to be the right wing, and then they put 2 players ahead of him. So are they going to say, what, are they pushing him to the left side now? But if you've got Marmoush ahead of him, and then you've got Doku ahead of him, like, I don't understand the squad planning, if that makes sense.
There's so many confusing things there right now.
Yeah,
right. Well, are you in the same space as Ashes in terms of City's transfer dealings? It just doesn't make sense.
I think it was just spot on, especially, when we're looking at what, KB said. First of all, the right back. No, it's not just the right back. It's
how would they don't have a right back?
Well, the left back, Nori is fantastic going forward, but the guy can't defend, to save his life. The guy cannot defend to save his life. So it's pretty much like Trent, but without the crosses.
What is he?
Is it who?
Trent without the crosses sounds wild, bro. What the
It's good going forward. He's skillful.
he's got a little touch on him, a little step over in him.
I would say he's more skillful than Trent.
I also think they don't have high IQ wingers. If you look back, the Mahrez of the world, their wingers are just they know how to beat a man. That's it. What happens after that?
Doku has been disappointing, to be honest with you.
Look, we're not going to spill into their form because that's too easy right now. But
no. Well, can I say something about Doku?
Because it's not a performance on Doku show. That we'll deal with Doku.
No. I'm talking about Pep generally, not even Doku. Right? But Doku's an example in the sense that Pep overthinks everything. He changed his lineup after the Wolves game. He won 4-0 away. That was very convincing, right? And he went ahead to change the lineup. He benched the Cherokee, what I call him. He started Silva, he benched Doku, started Mamouche, and he did that back to back, right? In 2 games, and he lost both games. So I think even Pep himself needs to sit down and figure out what his starting 11 actually, his strongest 11 is, and stop experimenting. He needs to know he has a lot of them, but he should figure out his best 11. He can't continue.
Their most expensive centre back is not even there. What's his name?
Who?
The guy that got the Croatian.
Audio.
What about that guy's name is?
He hasn't played this whole
last game.
Has Vardio not played this season? Of course he's played.
He hasn't played. He has been out since the World.
He's played, bro.
No, he started the game against.
He played, bro. I've definitely seen him play. He's definitely played.
He hasn't played. He hasn't.
I know there's no City fans in the comment section, but if you're there somewhere, type in if it's actually played, bro. I'll be surprised if any City fans in the comment section. Big up City fans, Africa, and all that. Bejan Guna says, "What's going on in the City? It's very confusing. Do you guys think it has to do with the 115? I don't think that's the reason for them signing players that they probably shouldn't. I think the window is kind of messed up because it's leaked into their form, and I don't believe Pep. The lucky thing about Pep is he had Fernandinho, and he signed Rodri in time for that move to be that transition to be quite smooth. So when Fernandinho was not available week in, week out, Rodri was starting to come into his own. I think he signed the Nico guy. Who's the DM they signed in January? Some Spanish brother. I don't think he's ready, innit? Yeah, I think, but they probably should have signed him 2 years ago to be ready now, because now we don't know what Rodri's fitness is going to be like. Can he rely on him for 40 games a season? Maybe, maybe not. And I don't think until he figures that making City dominant without a fit Rodri, every transfer is just going to look weird at City right now. I might be wrong, but we move.
That's it. He hasn't played this.
No, he's right, you know.
Hey,
Vardio
swear down. Bro.
He hasn't
Big up.
That's
hey, Ozan Kabak. This is not about the weekend fixtures. We're talking about the transfer.
First of all, why are we not talking about that game?
Let's stay on topic, innit? All right. Ariola already did a review of this match week 3. We don't need to do it here. Thank you, Ariola. Right. Smash the likes, share, comment, and subscribe.
I'm sure if Arsenal won the game, KB, I'm sure we'll be talking about that game all.
No.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know.
All right, so we've got Chelsea. I believe Chelsea have come close to having. I think they've had the second best window personally, in terms of they've had the second best window. I believe they have cover for every position. Every position. Liverpool first, obviously.
And then yours
then
second.
Chelsea
Above Arsenal.
Then for me personally, man, I'll give my reasons.
I'm not too shocked. Okay.
I'll give my reasons because what they have is quality in every position. They've got 2 players for every position comfortably.
I get it.
They're coming into the season with World Club champions energy, so that gives you that extra little bit of an oomph as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So I believe the money, the players that they got rid of as well. They made. I think they're not. I'm a net spend fan, but they've got rid of. They've made some good money on players leaving the club as well. So overall, I think they had the second best window personally.
I would disagree. I think Arsenal the second best window because
Hey, bro, we're talking about Chelsea. What do you think of Chelsea's window? We'll get to the Arsenal segment, Fuller. What do you think of Chelsea's window? Can you try and answer without talking about my club, please? Try.
I mean, they've covered some positions. Obviously, that forward line was a thing that they had problems with last season. They signed the lab. They signed Pedro, and I think Pedro has hit the ground running. Even though the lab had a good World Cup competition, so look, the team is gelling. I think they have a lot of good young players. We knew that from day one. We were just signing all these players, but I think the team is gelling clearly, and they still have Palmer and all those boys. Enzo, those guys are now playing as a team. So Caicedo is looking better than we thought. On his first season. So yeah, I think the team is looking good. They've always had a good squad. They've always had good young players. So I'm not surprised, what we're saying now.
I'm not sure about this whole Gittins, brother. I'm not totally convinced. I think there's some questions to be asked about him on that left-hand side. Apart from that, obviously, their left is all right anyway. They really got Pedro Neto, who does the business on that side. But in terms of actual transfers, Gittins, for me, I have to give that a question mark. I wouldn't mark it down just yet because it's too early. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, they've moved Sancho on, and then now they've gone for another Borussia Dortmund kind of regen. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm still holding out with that whole. Obviously, Delap and Pedro are fighting out for it, but I'm not sure.
What's his name? Esteval.
Yeah, Esteval. Right. But I'm talking about the strikers quickly. The strikers. Okay. I'm not sure about the Lap and Pedro fighting it out. I'm not sure if the Lap's kind of like thriving off that. Do you know what I'm saying? It might be like too many chefs in the kitchen, too many Indians, not enough cowboys. You know what I'm saying? That type of terminology. I think someone needs to be the main man, and I don't know if one person can handle being the side man. You get it? The KFC, the corn on the cob, the coleslaw, whatever you want to call it, the raisins. But
I guess one of them's injured now, so I guess a little bit of pressure's
on. Who's injured though? Who's the
Lap? The Lap got injured.
The Lap.
Yeah, but the Lap was the one for me that needed to stake his claim because I remember
I hear it.
People come in, man started doing benders outside of the box, and then season game started. I started scoring the headers every game. He's in my fantasy team. Pause, but listen. It's all mad. But yeah, right-hand side, obviously, they got the young buck in the Esteval, the Brazilian kid. He's obviously had that game. He started off well when Palmer was sick in it. And then obviously he's continued that on. So it looks good, but I still think the goalie situation, I thought they could have addressed that.
What do you mean? Did you not see my man in the Club World Cup final? Sanchez is coming into his own, Ash. Don't do that.
You don't think they need a keeper, no?
Bruv, what they say about keepers, they blossom when they get older, and it's not every keeper is going to be a Courtois or a better check. You get what I'm saying? He's now coming into those latter ages of his career, and he's now coming into his own. I like Beijing Guna. Beijing Guna knows.
I'm going to go with Ash. They needed an upgrade on the goalkeeper. Bro,
did you watch the Club World Cup final? Did you watch it?
Yes, we did, but we saw him we saw Sanchez last season. I'm not just going to go with
PSG. Bro.
Football. We saw Sanchez for 9 months or however long the Premier League is. Trust me, there are lots of blunders.
Winning trophies can do things to people, bro.
Well, winning trophies can do. But I won't take that risk. If I was Chelsea, I would like
Peter Sanchez. You're done though. Peter Sanchez. Sorry, Peter Sanchez. I'm with it. Yes, Chelsea must. Look. Maybe there's a little bit of me trolling a little bit, but the fans. No, it's not trolling. I've learned now. Actually, I've learned to go by Chelsea fans, like how they rate the player. That's the best thing to do because I tried to go against it last year, Ash. I said they wouldn't finish top 6. I said they wouldn't do this. I said they wouldn't do that. They did all the things that I said they wouldn't do. I even said there's no way they'll sell us Madueke. And hey, here he is. Do you know what I'm saying? So from as I've learned,
they beat you down into a Pope.
I've learned my lesson. Yeah, I've learned my lesson to go against this Chelsea team to think that they can't win this league. Am I mad? And they'll now prove me wrong. I dare not. I dare not. This Chelsea team can go all the way. They've had the best transfer. They've had the second best. They've had the second best transfer window.
What about the centre backs? Can we talk about that? Or is that?
Did they sign any centre backs? They didn't sign any new ones, so we can't talk about it officially, Ash. Not yet. Not until after the international.
They have a trouble of centre back.
That's what I'm saying. You said that all positions are covered.
Did they sign any centre backs?
That's what I don't.
No, but they still have 4 centre backs.
They don't need to. They don't need to.
They have 4. They've got like 16 centre backs. No.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying in terms of quality. You know, like needle movers. In terms of like, it doesn't matter.
Trevor Chalobah just got his international caps, bro. So don't do that.
He's injured, no? I swear he's injured.
Big Trev, bro.
Oh no, Colwell's injured. Sorry, Colwell's injured, isn't it? Sorry.
Big up, man. Like catching the chat, man.
Yeah, no, Colwell's injured. So I'm saying, like, who comes in for Colwell now?
Fofana's back fit. Fofana's back. We saw what he was doing at Leicester beforehand. Get him a run of games. He's a world-class centre-back, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? They got, what's his name? Baddy, and then man there. Do you get what I'm saying? Doing his thing. Who else they got there? They got, Tosin, that boy. Do you know what I'm saying?
What a year makes a difference, bro. A year can make a big difference.
Hey, brother, they must.
I know we're talking about Chelsea's centre backs like this, bro.
They must. Yes.
Hey, listen, your agenda is addended. I see it. I see where you go with this. I don't want to back the Arsenal thing. I don't want to say.
Well, let's get my boys out of the way. We probably, to be fair, we probably had the second best transfer window. I mean, if you look for what we needed a striker. We got a striker. We needed cover for Saka. We got cover for Saka. We needed a replacement for Partey. We got that. Replacement for Jorginho. We got that. We need some cover. If we were going to lose Zinchenko and Kivio, we needed some left-footed cover, and we got that in as well. We got in like competition for Odegaard and Eze. We got quality. I think we got the best number 2 keeper in the league, which is not a flex, but we have it anyway. And also we have cover for Odegaard, which covers as cover for Martinelli and Trossard as well. So
that's why you got another centre back as well.
Yeah, we got Mosquera, who had a decent game at Anfield considering the game he came into. He had a very
easy as well.
He didn't look phased.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah, so
Arsenal had the best transfer window.
We'll get to you in a second. We'll get to you in a second.
I think
we'll get to you in a second.
No,
fine. We'll get to you. Let me finish landing, and we'll get to you, innit? So I think in terms of what the fans,
he doesn't want to admit that Arsenal had. Wait,
can I land? You can.
It's because of the Isak situation.
Let me have my.
That's why they're not talking about Arsenal's transfer window. Arsenal actually replaced every single player.
Anyways, exactly. He doesn't understand order. Anyway, look. So I believe we had the second best transfer window, but in terms of everything that the fans asked for, they kind of provide us. The only thing I'm kind of annoyed about is the money we used for Madueke. We could have got maybe a Rodrigo or even a what's his name, Lukman. We could have got that instead. But he looked decent against Liverpool. And previously, when we lose Saka, we don't have any sort of threat on that right hand side really. And he was giving Kirkes some problems in that first half as well. So I think we've had a window. For me, a type of window where Arteta has no more excuses. That's what I would say. There's no more excuses not to win a league title or Champions League. He has everything he's asked for. So he's got to get it done. Anyone else can jump in there.
Question.
I don't want questions. I want statements.
Why did Arsenal not go for Isak?
Because he wanted Liverpool.
Because we're not ready to pay 135 million.
Hey, this is a setup. Don't answer it.
But you know for a fact that if Arsenal knew that
we don't have the money. We don't have the money, bro.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's what we showed you. We're not ready to spend 400 mil. You are.
Nigerian English, let me ask you a question.
Anyway, can you talk about Arsenal's trend? Don't talk about comparing. Just talk about Arsenal's transfer window.
Don't tell us that you don't have money to spend. You do have money to spend.
We don't.
So yes,
I swear they wanted Isak anyway. They did want Isak at one point.
Yeah, but not for 100.
Of course they wanted Isak.
We weren't ready to spend more than 100.
But I believe Arsenal just thought that it wasn't available. We just thought. Okay,
I'm telling you, we weren't ready to spend more than 100 mil. That's what happened.
It's not possible. No, you guys were ready to spend.
And you're basing it on opinions. I'm basing it off statements from the club.
No.
That new defender they bought, I'm sure if they asked you now, that new defender you bought and Gyökeres, those two out and Isak in the door, I'm sure you take Isak.
I wouldn't.
I'm sure you.
Of course they
No. Take out Noni.
I guarantee you, they don't even sign. They don't even sign.
Yeah, be more creative than that, Clay. Noni, if you throw Noni in there with the hair,
Noni would have been the guy. Noni would have been the guy.
Okay, so guys, are we gonna? What do you think of Arsenal's transfer window? Can we get to that? Can we get there?
I think they have.
Arsenal had the best. Arsenal had the best.
Okay, so since Ibrahim, he said it confidently. What is your reasons for that? Let me hear your reasons.
The reason you gave the answer yourself, right? When you explain how you plugged pretty much every position.
The bullet points,
right? You guys identified gaps last season to say this is where we're weak in the league, and you came ahead this season like a boss. You plugged those holes. We quality players and some relatively good players as well, right? If you look at Liverpool's situation, right, there's still a very big question mark on the defense, which is why I'm able to say, they have a complete squad, right? But you also said Arteta has no excuse. The only reason you can say that is because you have a complete squad. You have players and backups for pretty much every position, right? And I don't see what's stopping you guys from winning the league. You ask me.
No, and I understand. And I like how you've broke it down because my bottom line is Arteta has been given enough to get the job done. I might not like some of the selections he made, which is neither here nor there, but he's been given everything he needs to get the job done. So for me, there's no excuses whether people think we won the transfer window or not. He's got to get it done. That's my opinion. Anyway.
So basically, the league of the Champions League, right?
Is that a thing though?
100%.
You win a transfer window.
It has to deliver. It has to deliver.
It has to.
I thought Arsenal won.
Any FA Cup rubbish show.
Bro, Ibrahim, even if he wins domestic double, he should go. He should walk. That's not going to.
If you look at last season, what was the thing they said about Arsenal? They need that number 9 that can finish.
They've steady for like 2-3 seasons. They have the guy.
That was the talk of town. So, now they have a striker that has been scoring goals in the Portuguese league.
Like what?
Pretty much a goal every other game. So they have a goal scorer. So now there's no excuse for Arsenal not to actually challenge. Unfortunately, it's just unfortunate that the mighty Reds are in town and we're looking good, we're looking sharp.
Yeah, great. Baby, what you said.
One more thing about Arsenal. If you look at Arsenal in terms of their shot conversion, they're one of the most clinical teams in the Premier League.
And I think they have the best defense in Europe. I think Arsenal has the best defense in Europe.
Well, can you let someone finish their points before you interrupt? As you were saying, KB, sorry.
My bad.
They have one of the best conversion rates. They have one of the best conversion rates in the Premier League, if not the best. So the narrative of they need a gunman, it's the chances they create, they score. So the problem, the reason they are not scoring enough goals is because they are not creating enough chances.
But if that was the case,
I agree with this.
Havertz would have been all the chances that we get pissed off at Havertz missing would not.
Man, they didn't miss that many chances. You guys are just pulling your head out.
But first of all, KB, I watch Arsenal week in, week out. You don't as much as
team, and you know what
don't watch
chances.
every 90 minutes we do. So
no.
If you believe you can tell me more about my,
he has a point though. No, KB has a point. He has a point. He has a point.
In terms of level of chances we create, he has a point about that. But if, for example, we had Gyökeres in the positions that Havertz was in last season, we win more games. That's what I'm saying. That's number one. Number two, I believe the style of striker that Arteta has decided to bring in means that he needs to change something in the way we play.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to believe that he understands Gyökeres is not going to be doing the same movements as Havertz and Jesus was. We need to find something different to get him 2-3 chances a minimum a game. And until we see him, I guess, and because Eze works very well with a number 9, so I'm hoping to see that link up when he gets back into the team, and I hope that's what my manager was looking. Well, we've seen my manager can be mad, so he might not be seeing that.
What type of striker is Gyökeres? I actually want to know that. What type of guy is he?
He's an out and out for a number 9. He's just a goal scorer.
If you watched him against in Portugal, he was running at defenders. That was what he was doing. He wasn't an out and out like that. He was always.
He was.
The Portuguese league. Every time I saw him scoring, he was running and cutting and running and scoring.
He has very high take on numbers.
Yeah, but he's on the shoulder of the last man, cuts insides and scores. That's what it's not. He doesn't dribble back. He doesn't dribble.
You aren't gonna be that way because everybody's deep against you guys.
No, but this is what I'm saying. No, it's not. It's up to Arteta to unlock his strengths. You can't bring a striker like that in who clearly makes different movements to Jesus and Havertz and not have some sort of plan. Like you can't. You literally can't. We can't just keep playing how we are. It don't make sense.
You have to change it for real. I agree, man.
Neil Gurner says, "Tell him I don't know what's going on here. Let me think. A little bit. Maybe I missed some shit. If we got Isak, we wouldn't have been able to get the rest of the players we needed. Maybe if we sold well, but we all know how that goes. I agree that we don't sell well. We made 8 million in returns and we got rid of 6, 8, 10 players. We made 8 million. So
what do you mean? It's not possible.
Yeah,
bro, we made 8 million and got rid of 8 players, brother.
It was by 11. I think it's by 11 now, or is it 11?
It's got to 11. Oh yeah, we sold Sambi for like 5 million or something to take it up to 11 or something.
2 million, like 2 million.
Sambi was like 2.5. I didn't even know he was still on our book. So that was a bit mad. So yeah, I agree with that. FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and he can stay for another 6 months. You're crazy, bro. He can't stay for FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Sorry. He should have been doing that in the previous seasons. He can't stay for that, bro. Sorry.
I saw that the top 2 highest signings in the Bundesliga were Liverpool players. Just telling you how we sell.
Down. Who was the other one?
It was Diaz and Kwanzaa. Those are the top 2 incomings in the Bundesliga.
What ever?
No, like this season.
This season. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
This season.
That's a sick flex, apparently. But anyway, yeah. So moving on to the other side of North London, we got Spurs, who some say came in clutch last minute with a Kolo Muani. I mean, the guy helped Messi complete football, so he's got a claim to fame. If it wasn't for that miss against Martinez, Messi would never have completed football. So big up, man, like Kolo Muani, bro.
Such a bad
Big up Kolo Muani. But for me, like, I'm a Juventus fan, so I saw him quite up close, like second half of last season. And to be fair, he looked decent at Juventus. I'm not gonna lie. He kept Vlahovic out of the team, and I was kind of shocked of how he was moving. I'm not gonna lie.
Aerial threat,
yeah,
good, isn't it?
What's the problem with Solanke? What's the problem with Solanke?
But I don't think in the Premier League he'll look better than Solanke personally. But
I think he has an injury problem, right?
Personally, it's neither hit. You could say that, but I think he's towards the back end of that. He had a lot of injury problems at the start.
Can he play out wide? That's what I want to know.
He can play left. He can play on the left, not on the right. He can play on the left. Yeah, but I think overall you did some good business. Like Xavi Simons, I really like the player. I'd have liked Arsenal to get in on that, but obviously we got the better version in Eze. Also you got Kudus in. I'm not gonna lie.
So necessary as well. You know that.
I'm not gonna lie.
That was so unnecessary
for you. That's cool.
Shut up. Smash the like button is my show. Fuck you. Smash the like button. Anyway,
go on.
I was so angry in there was 1 week in the summer that I was furious because I saw Spurs sign Kudus and Arsenal signed Madueke, and that's 7 days between each other. I was losing it. I was literally losing it because
I'm telling you now.
my head was hot.
I'll take Paulina before Zubimendi any day.
Well,
Any
obviously
day.
your club wouldn't, so that's fine.
Any day. My club would.
Your football. Obviously, why didn't they bid for him then?
Because we already had Gravenberch.
Okay, thank you. All right, so you had a chance to buy him the start of last season when he went to Bayern. You decided to go for Zubimendi. He told you F off and Gravenberch, and here came Gravenberch. So,
and we won the league.
Great, but that still doesn't mean he's a shit player. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
anyway,
listen.
I think Spurs had a 6.5 out of 10.
KB, I agree with you, my brother, Joe. I agree with you with that one. I agree.
Yeah, 6.5 out of 10.
I agree.
So Liverpool just have main character syndrome. Even when we're talking about Spurs, they want to talk about themselves. But yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I agree. To be honest with you,
go ahead.
Looking from what I've seen so far.
Go ahead.
Bro, we're talking about Spurs, not Liverpool. Thank you.
Listen, I gotta go, so I'll wrap it up real quick here.
Yeah,
I personally think Spurs had a lot of catching up to do. In my opinion, we finished 17th, and so if we were to get back to where I think we needed to be. We finished obviously 5th. The season before that, we finished 5th. So we had a lot of catching up in terms of squad building, in terms of actual first 11 as well. I felt we needed to improve on our left wing, our right wing. Obviously, we improved on our right wing. Striker Solanke only got 9 goals in that season, and that was he was the only senior signing we made last season, and I thought we need to improve on that. We had a lot of injuries last season. I don't know if you guys know that. But centre back wise,
yeah, you told us. You kept telling us about it. So yeah.
I remember.
Centre back wise, I think like we were decimated. Our goalkeeper was out for a sustained part of the season as well. So I wanted
that statement by Neil Gunner.
What's that?
I said
6.5 if you include Frank. Ooh, I'd say
interesting.
Ooh, 7. I'd say more 7.
7.
I do rate Frank as a signing. To be fair, that's what Neil's got me. Neil actually got me because I said 6.5. But yeah, I think
top 3.
Huh?
What?
Top 3 Spurs for me. Transfer windows.
Spurs are finished. Okay.
And why is that?
Not top 3 in the league. I'm saying top 3 in terms of transfer window.
Okay.
You didn't have a heart attack, bro. We're about to lose like 10,000 subscribers if you were being serious about that. But
I equate my rating. I equate my rating with where I see Spurs finishing in the league, innit? And I think Spurs will finish around 6th or 7th, around that area. Do you understand?
Somalian
so if I was to rate it a little bit higher, that means Spurs are either getting 5th or thereabouts. Do you know what I'm saying? Or if we got an 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, then I'm rating it a little bit higher. But for me, from 17th, I think we will finish around that 6th mark. Do you understand? Which is a good season, and I think that would be a lot to do with Frank. You get me? But man, I gotta do my own show, innit?
Big up, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Go and check out his show, guys. The link's gonna be in the
panel, man. If he blesses, man, you don't give me jokes, still.
English, boy. Yeah. Go and check out his channel, bro. It's gonna be in the description of this, man. Big up.
You get me?
Bless my guy. Always, man. Big up, Ash, man. I think like Spurs. I think Spurs would rank 4th best transfer window behind Chelsea.
I think they had a fantastic window, bro. Especially with the manager.
Do you think they had a better window than Chelsea?
100%.
The manager as well. The manager is. You have to also consider that they have a good manager.
Yeah, the manager is key. It's key.
Kudos is a good player.
But are we allowed to use the manager in the transfer window? Are we allowed to use that really?
Yeah,
but
I know but typically, do we use managers in transfer windows?
Can I say something? You know why managers are important? Let me just quickly say something. I'll tell you what, if you had Jurgen Klopp in the first half against us, I guarantee you would have won that game on Sunday. That's the difference between having a walk.
I don't think so. But
yes, I'll tell you that for free because the game would have been out of reach before halftime.
If it was who?
If it was Klopp, apparently Klopp would have made us win that game. Apparently. Weird.
That's the difference if you have a
great
manager
great.
And just
all right.
Main character syndrome. I feel it now. I understand what you're saying.
Man. You know what I'm saying? This for no reason. Bro, this is the guy at summer. We'll be watching Mobland. Someone will shoot someone. He's like, he's a sharpshooter, just like Mo Salah, man. I'm like, we're literally watching a gangster movie, bro. Like, how has Mo Salah crept into the chat? Like, are you serious? I'll find out. Big up Neil Gunner. He says, more comparables Simmons to Ethan. You're being harsh there. Simmons is better than Ethan, man. Big up, though. He says, big up guys from Somalia, my G. Beijing Guna says, based on how shit Spurs were last season, they had the best window getting rid of the Australian bum and getting in Thomas Choo Frank. Oh, wow.
The Australian bum is something no Arsenal manager has ever done.
That's a lie. George Graham. But anyway. So, Arsenal fans, I just want to say it's going to be a long season for y'all. Thanks very much all the way from Somalia. We appreciate you. He says we love our brother African Scouser. Our big up African Scouser getting some love, man. Maybe he should be on camera a little bit more. Is that what you're saying, Jamal? Jamal, you saying he should get his ass on camera a bit more, Jamal? Thanks, man. We'll let him know. We've been trying to get him back on that for a while. Smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. I think going through the show, it's quite evident that everybody believes that Liverpool won the window, except KB. Everyone else on the panel has kind of agreed that Liverpool won the window. I think the consensus over the panel is Arsenal was second. And I think, would you say third or Spurs was third or?
I put Spurs third.
Spurs third. I don't agree with that. Follow you with that Spurs first. I think fourth Spurs.
I would say it's third between third and fourth position. You know, between Chelsea and Spurs. Yeah, between Chelsea and Spurs. Yeah. But considering,
we didn't even talk about Man U and Ibrahim didn't even say that. Oh my gosh, Ibrahim!
No, I was literally for they're right.
Because of Grimsby.
1, 2, 3.
Because of Grimsby. No, wait, hold on, wait. Man U had the third best window. They got the leading striker of Wolves, the leading scorer of Brentford, the leading scorer of Leipzig. They got some keeper that nobody's ever heard of until the transfer window last night.
All saves in the top 10 leagues in Europe. Top 10 leagues now. You know, it used to be top 5.
Let me say something.
Brother. Man U at third. They had the third.
Let the man speak. Let the man speak.
Coming from you is rich. But yeah, big up. Go on.
Don't try to gaslight me and say man you had. Look, it's not about spending
money. Bro, look at the free man behind you, bro.
Let me tell you. No. Yeah. For a team that finished 15th,
like, tell me you guys are intimidated that the people behind him. Jeez.
When you talked about Spurs, right? ESS Spurs third. I'm like, come on, man. Spurs finished 16th. Man, you finished 15th. If you look at the quality that Spurs added, I don't think that is what a team that finished 16th should be adding. Same with Manchester United. Right? We could have done better. We could have done a whole lot better. The attack, the quality in the attack, more than decent. I'm not going to lie to you, right? But we still have major issues. We have fullback issues. You know, considering a guy that is playing a formation that requires significant inputs from his fullbacks, and you left that position open, that for me is a problem. So no matter how many Mbeumo or how many Konyas you add to our team, it is evident we still have that huge gap. Dorgo has proven that. I'm going to be nice. Dorgo has proven that he should not be playing at professional level just yet, right? He should be playing in maybe Belgium or some Eastern European team. Yeah.
He hit the post against Arsenal. No?
Nah, that's the see. Let me tell you something. Even the Arsenal game, I told you guys after the session we had, I watched that game and I think we played absolute rubbish. I don't know what you guys talk about. Oh, Man U played well. We didn't create any big chance. How is that playing well? Right. So for me, the fullbacks are a major factor in how we play, and also the center midfield. And we did not plug any of these holes.
Look, Ibrahim, let's keep it a buck. You had and I don't know if the panel agrees. You had many holes to fill in one window, but the amount of holes that you allowed yourself to fill this window, I believe you did a great job. You were missing goals last season. You added like 40 more goals. Like, am I clowning here, or did they not add 40 goals to their lineup?
You know why?
I mean,
do you know why Liverpool prioritized attack over defense? Now, the same guys in defense are the guys who won the league for Liverpool last season. They can get away with it. they can get away with things. Okay, yeah, we didn't get Gehi. Okay, yeah, I want to manage Van Dijk and Konate, Gomez to fill in for them. Our defense is terrible. We had injury plagues last season, right? We have a bunch of young boys. The average age in our defense, our starting defense, is ridiculously low. These guys don't have a lot of experience. I'm talking about going 38 games in the English Premier League against some of the best players in the world. Right? So for me, I think that defense good places should have prioritized. He got a fullback, some guy from is it Brazil or somewhere in South America, the Leon guy. I haven't seen him play before, right? But obviously he's not going to be starting any game anytime soon unless we have ridiculous numbers of injuries in that fullback position. But at the same time, I'm only happy to see that Shaw is back, who's someone who can never rely on, right? So that fullback position is a big comer for us. And I look at how we play. I was seeing stats that we created the most big chances this season in 3 games. And I'm like, I don't see those chances. Where are those chances coming from, right?
Bro, obviously the stats don't lie.
I mean, the stats don't lie. I was shocked when I saw it. But again, you should remember that 4 of those chances were against Burnley. So you should adjust for that. 4 of those chances were against Burnley, who decided to sit back.
The problem, Manchester United problem is bigger.
We are a team in transition.
Yeah, exactly. And where, hey, Ibrahim, you're going too far beyond. We're trying to analyze your window quality, not all the problems that you have. The quality. If you look at a window where you sign Cunha, Mbuemo, Sesko, whoever the keeper was, and the other guys.
But I'm saying that you have to refer to the defense as well, because that is where I feel we need a lot of support as well, right? Particularly the fullback position. I didn't see anything happen in that space. So there's nothing
he was confident that KB was saying that.
But you have to understand that Amaron was the one that brought. Is he not the one that brought Doku? I mean, what they call that guy? He's the one that brought
a bunch of guys already.
Okay, so I mean, so he cannot replace it. You know, he has to. It will take time. It will take time. But as far as your window is concerned, you have to still, I mean, give kudos to your football director. He brought in some quality players.
I'm not going to lie. They exceeded expectations. I didn't expect them to even spend that money they even spent to start with. So for me, they exceeded my own expectations. They exceeded a lot of Manchester United fans' expectations. I'm going to give them that.
Do you know what?
January will go.
You know what I think? Do you know what I think Ibrahim's issue is? And I get it. The issue is we didn't ask him this question before a ball was kicked. That was our fault. Because before a ball was kicked, Man U fans were going nuts about these things that these players that they've signed, about the amount of goals they've added to the club. We're going to create more chances. Cunha's going to do this and Mbuemo's going to do that. Sesko is this, Sesko is that. He can jump higher than Cristiano Ronaldo. I heard all these things. So I'm not saying they're up there in terms they had the best window, but I would say Man U, actually, maybe third is a bit generous. I think Man U probably had, out of the top 6, I'd rate Man U's window.
Top 6? Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
I have to dip. I'll catch you guys later. Huh?
All right, yeah, we're wrapping up now. Anyway, Cool. I think first place is Liverpool, second place is Arsenal, third place is Spurs. I think we went for. Fourth place is Chelsea. Fifth place is City or Man U.
I would say Sunderland.
Bro,
sixth place, Man U. All right, let's say. Are we gonna say Man U had the worst window? That's crazy. I didn't think we get that. I know, Mr. Link. This is a transfer show. It has nothing to do with the weekend results. Okay, so go do one, yeah, mate. We're wrapping up. Let me get into a couple of these last chats before the end of the show. Who we got here? Big up, fella. They need to play Onana in midfield. You never know. We saw him play back in Cameroon in midfield, so maybe there might be something there. I believe Spurs will finish in the top 4 for 2 reasons: Thomas, Frank, and Kudus. That's interesting. Neil says no experience, but they're crying out for Belieber. Yeah, that's a good one. Kunle Wagwan for that Big 6 record. Nothing to do with the show. Big up though, Mr. Link. And last of all, Jamal says, man, you are finished in 7th or 6th at most. You're being very generous there. I think they'll finish lower. But don't forget to smash the like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Ibrahim. Oh, always look on the bright side of life. Smile more, bro. We need that. And KB, stop being a coward. Back your team to the world and back, and let me see that chest, man.
Never said anything about the league. I'm backing my team.
Okay,
I'm backing.
Smash the like button, my people. Share, comment, and subscribe whether you're watching now or on the replay. It's Ops Watch, and we out of here, my people.